The dependency on cinema with respect to lifestyle of or survival game, everything, it's huge.
Doing a film directly to OTT has its own liberties.
A viral content means that it reaches to the masses.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Pixel podcast, and here we are with two of my favorite friends. One is Pranab and the other one is Vishal, and you already know me, my name is Anirudh. And yes, it's a very new thing that we are launching here, and we really wanted to surprise you with a new topic as well, which is very close to our hearts, cinema. So cinema with us. That's what we say. So cinema with Pixel, you can call it anything, and this is something very casual, and we really want to talk a lot about the ecosystem of how cinema works when it comes to, especially related to marketing and branding aspects. So that's the major idea that we have in mind, and let me quickly introduce you with Pranab. Pranab is in the industry for quite some time, and you might have seen him in very good films. So yeah, you can actually give a brief introduction about yourself. He is an actor, and what are the films that you've worked?
Movies like Chitta, Vettayan and Kaathuvakkala and Kadal, just small roles. I'm just starting off with my acting career. That's it.
Yeah, you're not aspiring actor, you are an actor, you're already in the industry.
Yeah,
right?
I've done quite a few short films, I've done a music album, and my director is sitting right here, so yeah, pretty much it, and lots to come, looking forward.
Absolutely. And it's been great that you've worked with superstar, so I'm pretty sure it must have been a great experience. Great. And we have Vishal, and he has officially launched Pranab as well on his short film. I think it's a pilot film, right?
It's a pilot. Yeah. So before I start, I'm so happy to have this conversation with you both. And more about me, I think I started my career as an actor, I started doing short films right when I was in college, and that's how I started getting into films. And later on, I just realized that I was more inclined and interested towards script writing and filmmaking. So, and then I just gave it a shot. I started writing short films, and I started making few short films, and I've made 4 short films and an album song, and all the films and song that I've done, I think Pranab has played the lead. so yeah, right now I recently made a pilot film called Grey, and right now I'm writing my debut feature script.
Awesome, great. All the very best for that. I really wanted to wish you well.
Thank you.
So yes, so it's pretty much clear, right? We don't really have to do any official stuff, so we can just directly get into the concepts. Since we have been in this, you guys have been in the industry, the root of the industry, I just wanted to know how basically a cinema comes to the theaters. How is it being marketed? Because as far as I know, it just starts with the producer and somehow lands into theaters, and there are a lot of problems that occurs as well. So a lot of cinemas don't make it to the theaters as well. So how does the ecosystem work, and what are the challenges that you think will be there?
If you take cinema as a separate universe, it's huge, it's massive.
Right.
The dependency on cinema with respect to lifestyle of or survival game, everything, it's huge. There are a lot of people, thousands of families are involved in it. So it doesn't affect only one person, like the producer. It affects a series of, it creates a ripple effect.
Right.
Yeah. So in that case, if you say the hierarchy of this film comes to, it starts off with the producer. The producer spends money, and he makes people work for him. He has a huge, massive crowd with him to work for it. So it starts off with the producer, goes to the distributions, the film production unit is there.
And then it reaches theaters.
Then it reaches theaters. From distributors, it goes to the theaters. So that's how it works, the overall. So it's pretty much straight, because they have already set up the stream, and then and there they make some few changes. That's it.
Right. So my question is to both of you, and you can also give an answer. So is it easy to market a film where there is already a star face or a face value or a star value for the film, and is it easy to market the one which doesn't have a star value or star cast? Which one is
definitely it's a straight answer. I think films that have stars in it, it's pretty much easier for them to market. It is because all these stars basically have a fan following, and they somehow do all these talking, and they discuss about this film probably because their favorite star features in that particular film. So it compared to films that doesn't feature stars, films that has stars, it's easy for them to market and let audience know, okay, my film is coming, so watch out in the theaters near you. But the struggle comes for films that doesn't have stars. For example, say, so there is a film where every technician and artist are a bunch of newbies, and now there is a problem because nobody is aware of who that is, and nobody is aware of I mean, like, the person or whatsoever. So I mean, like, they will have to work double the time to, you know, market their product and let the people know that hey, my film is coming out. So it has always been difficult for people or for a film that doesn't have stars in it. So I think double the effort. Yeah,
exactly, double the effort, and people take so much of pain in marketing, and also I feel that these things open up ways of different types of marketing also.
Okay.
When they don't have, I kind of feel that, because when they don't have a particular way of the mass marketing strategies with which the main production houses follow, they come up with new kind of marketing strategies. Like now the social media has come up. They have started off with influencer marketing. Even the top stars come down and dance with all the influencers. They make it go viral. So they want a viral content. See, a viral content means that it reaches to the masses, right?
Correct.
So only when it reaches to the masses, there will be a turn up for the theaters.
Right.
So even the main production houses, they kind of follow that.
Right. I think, you know, it opens up another question. So most of the interviews these days, when we see, there are a lot of gimmicks. You know, people kind of I don't know if it is voluntarily made or you know, it's kind of organically happening. Something controversial happens, or some kind of fun happens, or you know, if somebody is mocked, that automatically pushes the movie. But the real question is, how strong will it be? Because there are situations where, you know, like in pan-Indian films, the expectations become so high because of the hype given by the directors. But then what happens when the film reaches, it kinds of you know, impacts negatively, or you know, backfires. The marketing kind
No, Anirudh, I don't see. Listen, whatever you talk is not. It's not right. Whatever you are in a different aspect. Okay.
I get it. Now,
this is what you did right now. This is what people do.
This is what people do.
Suddenly they come up with exactly. They suddenly interrupt someone. Right. They come up with some unimaginable concept, gimmicks and stuff, and they kind of take that as cues for the what do they say? Promos.
Attention, you know, like
promos. They call it promos.
Yeah.
So they use that as promos, and then they come up with what to say? Built up content to market the film. That also happens.
That's there. That's actually there. Now this is the part where, you know, we spoke mostly about how film is being marketed and how it is being branded. Mostly we focus on theaters. How does the OTT ecosystem work? How are the films? Because we don't really have distributors as such, right? I'm not really sure. Distributors are there for theaters, but then how does the OTT platform work?
I feel OTT is pretty much straight, where they invite people from the OTT platform to watch the film. They screen the film for the OTT viewers. There is a movie acquisition team in every platform, every OTT platform. They come and they watch the film, and then they get back to them. It's a pretty much straight deal with the producer.
Right.
And they also evaluate the movie based on the star cast, the content value. And these days, I think we'll be talking about the content as well. Yeah. But in that line, see the star value, the content, and the other aspects. What are the additional value the movie has?
Right.
So, and also they look upon how they can innovatively market the movie.
Right.
So that is how they are planning to take it. In that case, some movies are after been screened in the theaters, then they check on the value of the film, and then they get it in the OTT platforms.
Right. So I have a question to you, Vishal. Since you're an aspiring filmmaker, right? Two questions. One is, do you want your films to reach theaters, or are you ready to compromise my first film's release on OTT directly? If so, why?
With the situation right now, I'm okay with anything. Because see, for Oh, I mean, like for all the filmmakers or for all the writers, it has always been a great fascination to witness our films in the theaters, because I wouldn't say that I'm not interested in letting my films in OTT. Of course, I am so interested, because I mean, like doing a film directly to OTT has its own liberties and own thing, right? But see, all of us, right from my childhood, I've watched movies in theaters. I've just for the theatrical experience that we get. Yeah. I mean, like it is a place where we forget everything and just get glued to a seat and watch the films. So I think I'm so excited to witness my films, hitting the theaters and people watching it. And as I said, I think it has its own liberties. Coming to theaters has its own benefits, and
it has its own pros and cons. Just as he said, the liberty, like you don't have to go through the censor board.
Correct.
As in such.
But that was also there, right?
That's also there because major parts of major movies go through censor board because they have to be screened in the theaters.
Right.
Where mass, the theatrical experience is uncomparable.
Right.
Like you cannot compare it with OTT unless you stream an OTT in a bigger screen, bigger place.
Correct.
Yeah. So and also, as he said, it has its own liberties.
Right.
Like you have lot of cinematic liberty to shoot films.
Correct.
As in censor board just cuts it down.
I mean, that's there. I mean, the theatre experience is always theatre experience.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
The only challenge that some of the art house filmmakers face is that they are not vouched, as you said. We might not have the exact backup star cast or some kind of credibility to bring the film to the theaters, and we can't really blame the theatre owners as well, because they need to make money out of it. And if the movie doesn't go well, obviously the entire ecosystem gets impacted. The snacks counter, or the food provider, and the entire facility to maintain the maintenance part. But what they do is, I heard that, I don't know how far it is true, but I just wanted to check with you guys. Most of the research that I did, and when I came to an understanding that films screened in film festivals, right, they also make money, it seems.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Right? I mean, like, so I wanted to, I want you guys to shed a light on that. What I heard is, like, they screen in film festivals. In that film festivals, there will be producers who will also come and look at the films, and if they like it, they will take up the ownership to distribute. Is this how it works, or what?
See, there are different lines to it. Like, some people, they buy the film.
Okay.
Some people, they'll start taking rights of the film. If there is a Korean film which is screened in film festival.
Okay.
So an Indian producer goes there. If the movie, the original filmmaker he's not ready to sell the film, he can just take the rights of the film and remake it in Indian languages.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very simple. And these rights have been sold for a very high prices. And some films, if it is really good, they just dub it and they just publish it or release it in other countries. Just like recently Maharaja did Waves in China. Did massive collections. Even now they talk about Maharaja. It's a Tamil film, and Vijay Sethupathi as an actor has been known in I think after Talaivar Superstar, I think now it's Vijay Sethupathi in China.
That's good.
Talaivar Superstar in Japan.
And
now he's in China now. So in that case, getting rights is one part of it, and buying the film, or you can say I can market if the production house is not that well off, if they are not able to sell the film, the producer can vouch to say that he can come forward to sell the film in those countries. He can take it and distribute it to those countries.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, you can get into any line of hierarchy which benefits both the parties.
Right. So that's why film festivals are not really a loss. It's not that they'll only watch films or a loss, but actually a lot of people think like that. But there are revenue generating from this. I think that's why a lot of filmmakers in South and even in the North.
See, it is not only I feel it is more of idea sharing. It is a art space where you get more ideas on films.
That's true.
Network. Networking. You get to meet other country filmmakers, and there are a lot of aspects to it. But I feel that money is a part of it.
Money is a part of it.
But the major part lies somewhere else.
Right.
You get to network. See, there's no powerful tool than networking.
That's
believe.
absolutely right.
Yeah?
I mean, even if such films fail in the theaters, they would still make remunerations through these networks. That's why, that's already been launched. And once the feathers are there, then it's easy to market, even in OTTs for that matter. So, this thing, something that's being in the buzz of the town is like Bollywood is facing a big backlash these days. And I think every industry might have faced that in a certain period of time, be it Malayalam films or even Tamil films or Telugu films for that matter. So now Bollywood is actually under a big kind of a threat. So why that kind of cinema dynamics are getting changed? What's the main reason apart from
So I think I think every industry has its own downfall at a period of time, because there is a lot of factors that influence to the dry season of that particular industry, I'd say. When there is a change in ideology, when the society, thoughts of the society changes, and we slowly realize that the films that used to work, now it is not working. So now that we understand that the audience is actually looking forward for something else, not the typical thing that we kept doing all these while. And so that's in fact, probably some good reasons, as in like all the big star movies that featured Salman Khan or whomsoever it may be didn't do well at the box office. Probably films that Akshay Kumar didn't do well at the box office. But films like 12th Fail did massive. So I mean, like it did some good talking, and all over, I think even people all over India started talking about that film. So now I think I'd say people now they do not want the same content that they were watching, or the previous generation were watching and entertaining. For them, that doesn't seem so entertaining. So probably they demand another version or something. Probably, hey, give me something new. So probably I would come and watch it. So I think all this revolution have been happening throughout. At the proper time when I think it finds its own time to change. So that I think Bollywood has to change the way it's thinking and probably the way it's making films, because Lapata Ladies did so well. So people actually are up for watching some good content if they are offered to be watched. Given the chance. So I think we are. No more action-packed gimmicks and surreal or unrealistic things. So people are not up for it these days. It's what I feel.
That's true, because as Anurag Kashyap once said, this will hit the rock bottom, and it has to hit the rock bottom. Then it will come up. That's how every industry falls and survives. And I'm happy that now the Indian cinema. If you take a look at Indian cinema, all the Bollywood or Collywood, all the kinds of films are joining hands. There is this pan-Indian gimmick that's happening. But it has been there since a long time, right? But what is the market dynamic? How the marketing has changed when it comes to pan-Indian films? Has that become a buzzword, or is it fading away these days? Is it good marketing or bad marketing?
See, if you filter it down, I feel internet has opened up sources to all of these things. See, that is one common platform where all this pan-Indian cinema, all this marketing gimmicks, all language dubbed, at the end of the movie, the title will be flashed in all the languages. All these happen only because of internet and social media. So, I feel, see, as he said, to answer the previous thing also, it actually kind of relates to it. Audience have evolved, as simple as that. They have evolved. So they need something new, no more glorifying heroism.
Correct.
The content is becoming the king. Now people like to watch good content films, and good content films makes waves. It goes across regions, across languages. There's no barrier for it. See, that's why people, and what the main production houses are doing is that they need more money. Of course, see, it's a business. It's a business model. It's another business model. And they are opening up their branches in all the states. As simple as that. You have to look at it in such a way that it's a business where they are opening different branches in different languages. So in that way, see, initially, in Hindi superstar will not be performing in Tamil movies. Very few, long back, very few people, like only the top cream stars would have done, like Kamala Hassan sir, or Rajni sir, or Amitabh Bachchan sir. Amitabh Bachchan sir came little late, but still they made sure that he makes happens. And Now slowly it started migrating to Kannada industry, in Malayalam industry. Everybody has started doing all these. See, everything happens because audience have evolved.
Yes.
They want to see more people, more new content,
New collaborations.
new collaborations.
Right,
If there is a new collaboration announced, both the audience, both region of audience are excited.
Right.
Okay, that star is coming to our place, and this star is coming to our place. They're very excited on that.
Yeah.
So this pan-Indian thing is good.
It's good.
It's
And
actually
it's
a good thing.
Yeah.
Because of collaborations. Because
of diverse content.
lot of diverse content. And if a movie team crew is going to Mumbai to shoot, and they're opening up doors to those people also.
Right.
There are new job openings have been done. If they want to shoot a South Indian content, they are coming to Tamil Nadu. They want to shoot it very authentic. They don't want to miss in the authenticity. So they are coming here. Here they are opening up doors to new jobs and new openings are done.
Right.
So that's what I feel.
I mean, when it comes to pan-Indian films, I think, as he said, there's a lot of advantages. As in, I mean, like now we are all Indian cinema now.
Right.
So all the industries, like be it Kollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, whatsoever, they are coming together to make one film, one movie where it has all the stars in it. But I would say these days pan-Indian films have also become a huge pressure for be it the producers or be it the filmmakers who want to do. So as a creator, I think it's definitely a pressure. See, so what I feel is that if you have a script that is by origin itself, it's a pan-Indian film. So for example, it demands a star from North. Or example, it demands someone from Tollywood. Probably even if I cast Shah Rukh Khan in my film, I just cannot simply create a role just because I want to make a pan-Indian film. I just cannot write something because Shah Rukh Khan has dates for it. Right. So it doesn't work that way. See, if you're planning to make a pan-Indian film, I think your script itself should be a pan-Indian content.
It's so not, you don't really have to force it.
Yeah. So for example, say if at all I'm making Mahabharata, I think it's a pan-Indian concept where everyone is aware of it. Correct. So now that if I'm open to be choosing all the actors across from different languages, and all together we make it as a single pan-Indian film. Correct. But the pressure here is, nowadays everyone wanted to do a pan-Indian film where the
even
content
if they don't, they just name it
they name it pan-Indian, and I don't understand the concept as well, because this,
that's why I said, will that be a bad marketing?
Definitely, because no, I'll tell you, see, because now what happens, the filmmaker, the creator is under a huge pressure, because now that if he is willingly or not so willingly, he'll have to cast people from other regions, and just because for the business that's happening. So I think I think that itself creates a lot of pressure. So what I feel is, if you genuinely have a script that can be potentially turn into a pan-Indian film, then I think it's a great thing to go. Else what I feel is that you just do the film in your own native language, now that we have all the dubbing things and all those things. And people are actually watching. If at all I'm making a movie in Tamil, people from the north, they're ready to watch the film in Tamil itself, provided subtitles.
Correct.
So I think that in that way, I think it's much better rather than not having a pan-Indian film script and terming it as pan-Indian.
See, that can be done only when the producer and director are in the same lines.
Right.
If the producer wants to make it big, no, you write the script, then that's a pressure on the creator.
Right.
Then if the writer wants, no, I want to make the film big, I want this artist, that artist, then he has to change on everything. Then it becomes a pressure on the producer. Big, and the producer, it puts a pressure on the producer due to the budget.
Right, that's again a big problem, and eventually, when as he said, if we are making a film about the Indian cricket team, right? Indian cricket team itself is having diversity, so you can bring in people.
What if? My question lies: what if? You see, Mahabharata, cricket team, it's all happened. It's history, right?
Right.
But what if they want to create something new? Then it has to be pan-Indian.
Right.
Then they have to come up with something like Kalki. Kalki, it's rooted with Mahabharata.
Right.
But they have created something bigger than that.
Right.
And they have pulled in people, and it makes sense.
There's a proper world building done. And once the world building is done, people can bring
and the reasoning for that world is justified.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah,
true.
that's what.
That's there, and then once these, then they can use the stars in a clever way,
Correct.
and that can be marketed easily.
Exactly.
You know, there's already a launch pad because these face values are already branded. They are all branded faces, right? You know, like now it's not difficult for a Rajmouli's film or any Karan Johar's film to come into picture. You know, when it comes to pan Indian network, right? So that is one thing, and the other major factor which I wanted to discuss is now this is because OTT has given this visibility, right? OTT is giving exposure to a lot of people, and people demand good contents. Absolutely, you know, like they don't really want to go with rubbish anymore. So my question to you is, as an actor, right? How do you think you can market yourself in this particular industry, and what are the challenges that you think you face?
Now we are coming to the basic picture.
Yeah.
So as an individual, I feel you have to equip yourself in all the skills required,
Right.
because a director should be able to mold you in different ways. So you should be that clay for him to play around with. Right. So I feel, see, I had a different idea when I started. He also knows. We thought, okay, we'll make a content. I'll play the lead. Okay, then they'll call me for the lead.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen that way. See, when it
Right.
works for the people, then it's good.
Right.
But then again, they have to come back to the basics and learn.
Right.
Then you have to struggle. You have to go through all the challenges right from basic. Just like if you want to run a restaurant, I always feel you have to start in the kitchen.
Right.
You
right.
have to be the chef.
Yeah.
Only
yeah.
then you can come sit in the front.
You know, front hall. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So you have to go down, learn all the skills required, and start trying. See, it's not easy, but
Yeah, it's not
you have to start from the basics.
Right.
So-
and is there a kind of personal branding that's happening for stars or actors itself?
Of course.
Yeah. How do you
does.
do that?
So, as you said, stars.
Stars.
See,
Okay.
stars.
There's a difference.
There's a
Stars
difference.
and actors. Yeah.
Stars and artists.
Artists.
Artists are people who are trying to do different roles, but
Okay.
stars are like they do only the lead main characters.
Correct.
Okay. So artists, they also have to do personal branding, personal stuff.
Right, right.
Small stuffs they have to do, just like maintaining a social media profile or maintaining a proper audition show reels for
Right,
yourself.
right, okay.
Not the ones, because directors these days, they don't see the reels or the
Yeah.
TikToks you do.
Okay.
They don't usually see that.
Even if someone is pulled in that aspect, they'll not grow after a point.
No,
right?
they won't
They'll
grow.
Just be stable.
Even if they are pulled to that point, they directors make sure they come through a proper audition. They do
Okay.
go through a workshop before the movie starts.
Okay.
They make sure they learn. See, the director has the eye to capture people.
Right.
So if he knows that he can mold the people, then he makes sure the actor has to just let the director do the work.
Correct.
Like he has to surrender himself to the
and
actor.
become the clay,
I
as
mean
you
the
said,
director.
you know,
Yeah.
and then let the director mold.
Yeah.
That's
Initially, as I said, I had a different idea about this. Like, we just do it, we just make a content together, do a movie, do a music video. And later in that process, I learned a lot of things.
Good. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I think, you know, understanding the industry's functioning is very important as well as an actor. Only then you will know where you can market yourself, where you can brand yourself as a person. Similarly, when it comes to a director, definitely it's much more difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
No doubts.
Imagine if he's acting in 5 films, he's already, his face value is ready.
Yeah.
But for you, it's again not even in front of the screen, you are behind the lens.
Correct.
So how can a director brand himself or herself or market?
I think rather than branding ourselves, I think it comes next.
Okay.
What you have to do is, I think you'll have to do, I mean, just go make films, do some good films, and I think you will be marketed yourself. Now, I mean, you don't even have to. Yeah. I think, see, all you have to have in your mind is that what kind of a film you want to make. I mean, like, if you're someone who's gonna make some great films, I think the social media or the public, they themselves do the talking for you.
True.
You automatically, I mean, like, your films helps you to be the, I mean, like, to grow your face value.
Absolutely.
Because that's what I see. See, for example, now that now we have a term called star directors, or
Star
like
directors.
yeah.
Yeah,
So now we have a term called, so for example, Lokesh Kanagaraj.
Yeah.
So how do we know Lokesh Kanagaraj? Because we actually loved what he, I mean, like all his films and
short span, you know,
be it Lokesh or be it Vetri sir or be it Mishkin sir or be it Tyagaraja Kumaraja sir, who has made very less films, but still everyone of us know. I mean, like, so I think you have to focus on your script, and I think that is what it matters. And once you, I mean, like, if you are able and capable of doing some writing and directing some good films, and I think your brand or your face or whatsoever, it just it happens by itself.
Organically.
So organically it happens. And apart from that, I think these days, I think even directors or they are up for doing some PR works,
I was about to ask PR works. So now that we have spoken about the PR, right, PR stuff, how does this PR concept work? Is it real, like, every marketing or from TV shows to cinema, is PR really a thing?
Definitely. I think PR is actually a part of the entire process, not only films. I think PR, everyone can do PR. So even a businessman can do PR. What is basically PR? In the sense, you just have to let the public or like your people know that you exist, or basically your product exists, or you are doing something that you're gonna let it in the market.
Creating a
visibility. Visibility. So that is PR. So I think PR is I think it's a vital part. And now why it's so important is that, see, back in those days, be it the platforms to showcase your films, or be it the number of creators, or be it what number of films that get released in a year, it was so less. Now that after the social media revolution or digital revolution whatsoever, I think the market has opened so wide that everyone can be a creator.
And
so many films are coming, and so many creators are there, and now the problem is you just have to be seen. So now the work of PR gets even more.
Just like how a product has to be marketed, cinema is, has to
cinema
be.
Is a product. Cinema is a product. The film, your film is your product. So now the thing is, like, we have n number of platforms and we have n number of creators in the market, prevailing in the market, and now there is a heavy competition. And now what you have to do is, you definitely have to do all the things that is required to let your product, to let audience know that your product exists. And that is, I think that's how it is these days, and only then your product will be seen. Else what happens is that your product doesn't even reach the place, and all your efforts and all the money you spend for the film goes in vain. So I mean, like, all the producers now, they are so scared that it might just disappear in the, disappear among the other films, and so now it just goes in the air, and now they just spend a lot to let
they create
people know.
a budget itself, right? In the initial stage,
almost equivalent to the,
they do a budgeting.
Almost equivalent to the movie budget.
Okay. Now that gives me another question. So how was marketing done for films in the previous decades, and how is it being done, let's say, in the current decade, for that matter? What's the big difference?
See, the marketing age, if you take, right from it started as a posters. Then from there they moved to trailers. Then there was trailers called teasers. Okay.
And then you have audio launch.
Which happens like a movie release itself.
There's a huge budget.
It's a huge budget involved, and the satellite rights, the OTT, the YouTube money, revenue generating mission, everything depends on the audio launch now. And even the movies, the impact on the movie is also there with the audio launches. So audio launches were there, and there are new kind of marketing, like social media, influencer marketing. They invite all the influencers for the premium show.
They give preview.
Preview shows, and meme creators. The meme creators play a major role these days.
It's very underrated, right? I mean,
they
play
underrated,
a very vital role.
very vital role, but very subtle. They just get inside your head, get inside your daily life without you knowing.
You just scroll and you already see them.
Just like Vadivelu sir.
Correct. One of the biggest PR stunts.
Exactly.
Is another,
exactly.
world level trending.
Exactly. Then there's merchandises have come up.
Right.
Merchandise is a major part these days, right from Bahubali, RRR. Everybody is doing
and
merchandise.
I think we should really mention those superhero DC and Marvel. They did a complete change of marketing.
Marketing.
Absolutely.
Now there is offline marketing, online marketing. They are going to cities to market the films.
Right.
All the stars, the main leads, they come to each city to market the film.
So there's a huge effort taken.
Like right from logistics, planning the events, productions, everything. The huge lot of people, thousands of people are involved. A lot of money is involved in that.
Yeah,
Huge.
definitely.
It's really amazing. I mean, like it's great. It's great to see this happening. A lot of innovation comes into play. If I'm making a musical movie, I can do a concert, and through that concert, I can market the movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's something I can do.
Exactly.
And
now even Netflix has even the main players. They come down. They go to the regional content creators to market their movies. So just like how Squid Game, they came down here to South. They collaborated with Parida Bangal channel for the Squid Game 1 and they did a video on
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something like that, even it works vice versa.
Right. Usually meme creators or YouTube creators were depending on the films to raise. Now it's working the other way.
Exactly.
Way around,
Because where there are people, there is market, there is money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
as simple as that.
You just have to penetrate to the tunnels, different tunnels, and you
see back in those days, I'd say ever since I know how films were marketed, I mean, like, rather than films, probably so-called Tirukuthu.
Okay.
So they used street play for that matter. So they just, you can just see a guy beating the drums and letting people know, hey, we have a show in the evening, please come and watch. So this is how it was. And then it just transformed to posters in the walls. And then banners.
They had this autos running with speakers, large speakers, shouting and putting notices everywhere.
Word of mouth is actually created.
Exactly.
Create an ecosystem.
So that prevailed, and then they came to radio, then they came to televisions, and later interviews happened in televisions. So for example, if there is a movie that's getting released on Diwali, we on the day of Diwali we could see those stars speaking in the television. So and after television, I think the major boom happened once after the the social media revolution. I think internet, probably YouTube, internet, because
Facebook, it started with Facebook.
A lot of
communities commenting on
reviews, film communities. Now that is again another branch, like through communities also you can market a lot of films.
Now right from movie reviews, as he said, like probably in concerts or wherever you go, or wherever there is a crowd, or wherever there is a potential to market your film, I think the producers are up for it and they are marketing in as many ways as possible to get the reach. But the thing now is, you can just if you come across a promotion poster, movie promotion poster, be it a meme or be it an influencer promoting the film. So now the thing is, I kind of feel that we have been completely, it got diluted.
Correct.
Because now every film, it's getting marketed. And now that audience I think they have started getting that feel that I'm not going to trust anyone.
Because everybody started reviewing the film. Every Tom, Dick and Harry goes like movies like that.
And the first
they're very biased.
Exactly.
That creates a major impact on the market. As in such that it might have been a good film. Within like 3-4 days of
they set up a narrative that it's bad.
It's bad and people don't go for the film. It actually affects the films.
Now, so I think despite marketing your film, you'll have to be even more careful on how you market it. What you say.
Especially in audio launches, you have to be very careful with what you say.
Even, be it a person or be it anything that you market when it comes to films, I think you'll have to be more careful, because now people, you cannot just cheat them. You cannot just, because they are so
smart.
They are smart, because now they have an idea. Okay, if at all I'm seeing a reel from an influencer, obviously she might have got benefited from the team by any means. Probably it might be a paid promotion. So people know that a movie review can be paid. So it can happen in either ways. But now I think it's more diluted. What one thing remains the same is the content. I think
I also feel that I personally feel that there shouldn't be any reviews for the first 3 days.
Absolutely, that's an amazing thing to have.
In the other hand, people might feel bad saying that why should we go burn up money?
That's
also there.
But see, that's what the gamble is. That's why you have trailers, you have teasers.
Exactly. If you like the film, go watch the film.
Or wait and watch after 3 days. That's simple as that. So I think that's a wonderful way, and we can talk a lot about these things.
Yes.
Time constraints, we have to quickly wind it up.
Yep.
So on that note, like you guys said, content is always the main part. It plays a vital role. Once your script is as genuine as it is, all the marketing concepts can be learned. I think it can be learned. That's why even we are really learning a lot, even as we play in this marketing industry as well. In multiple through multiple industries and multiple businesses, we are learning the marketing concepts and branding concepts. So I think once the education is properly given, they can also adapt and still market a small budget film, or a non-star value film also can be marketed and reach to the audience as well. So all you have to do is just tune in and keep learning yourself. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Ani.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best for your
Thank you.
It was really nice talking. I hope you've had your great takeaways as well, and this is the first of the podcasts. So I'm really honored to be with you guys. I hope you also had some
it's very humble, huh?
Pretty much the same here.
Right, the marketing genius.
Yeah.
Face value for myself.
Pretty much.
All right then. So thank you so much for tuning into Pixel, and follow our channel. Share it with your friends who are into film industries, and we'll come up with a lot of such insights and
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks.